Hi, I'm Harry Sullivan. Thanks for joining us on the WVLT Now desk on this Wednesday. I want to kind of give you an update on COVID cases in kids with back to school happening right now and kind of some of the things we're seeing as kids get ready to go back into the classroom after a long summer. The latest information we have, and a lot of it we have over on our website, WVLT.tv. 4 kids right now hospitalized in the ICU at East Tennessee Children's Hospital with COVID. Now, as these cases start to grow, what we've seen over the past 2 weeks is simply since the 20th of last month, there were 236 child cases of COVID in Tennessee. This week, that number jumping to 360. A lot of people talking about masks. What do we need to do? Do kids need to stay home? We do have a poll up on our WVLT News app asking that question to you. Do you think kids should have masks on in the classroom? Right now, 55% of folks who have voted in that poll saying no. You can go on there yourself and vote. Let your opinion be known also on our WVLT Facebook page. But a lot of alarming things coming out, especially most of East Tennessee all in the red in terms of county by county of how the CDC determines who is the worst. Right now, East Tennessee all coming in the red. But one of our big stories online talking about East Tennessee Children's Hospital and their pediatric intensive care unit currently helping 4 kids who were there in the ICU. Children's Hospital saying that with the Delta variant circulating right now, vaccination is of the utmost importance, whether that be for kids over the age of 12, of course, right now, which is who is able to get the vaccine, anyone over the age of 12. But with the Delta variant out there, stressing parents, older siblings, how important that is to have that protection at home when you're sitting kids back into the classroom. As far as masks being mandated in schools right now, Hancock County, the first major school district in East Tennessee to put that mask mandate back in place like it was last semester and last school year, saying buses, indoor activities going to need to happen. Obviously, the University of Tennessee bringing them back in some sort of requirement like labs and a lot of indoor classroom settings, not a full-blown mask requirement on campus, but we're waiting to see how many more school districts start to follow suit as Hancock County leads the way, the first in East Tennessee to put that mandate in place. Once again, 4 kids at East Tennessee Children's Hospital with COVID right now. And really the cases haven't been that much in terms of kids compared to the overall state, but there's been just over 51,000 cases in kids ages 0 to 10 years old. That's about 6% of all the cases across Tennessee that we've seen. There have been 6 deaths so far that have been attributed to COVID. As far as that 11 to 20-year-old range, that's about 13%. So almost a little more than double what that 0 to 10 range is. There's been 5 deaths in 11 to 20-year-olds. Right now, the Pfizer vaccine getting closer and closer to what the FDA hopes as well will be full approval. They're hoping that that actually gets more people out to get the vaccine. Once it has that full approval, all the testing has been done, and it doesn't just have emergency use authorization. The hope by the FDA is that once that gets full approval, really they can really start to focus on that 12 and under range. Right now, really 11 years old and younger not eligible to get any of the vaccines right now. Pfizer, of course, 12 years old and up. We know Knox County going back to school next week. A lot of other school districts here in East Tennessee already back on campus. Masks, really, obviously a hot button topic right now, but once again, Hancock County does have those masks in effect. Taking you back to our WVLT website, we have a lot of information on there right now. Some of the top stories right now, really just getting you ready to go back to school as well, whether it be on a budget, anxiety, but obviously masks and COVID kind of at the top of that list in terms of what is on the minds of parents, teachers, administrators, and of course, those kids heading back to class. Another story we have is that hospitalizations are on the rise right now with kids. We have them in the ICU here, but hospitals are trying to do their best because they are rising across the board. It's not just the kids that are having to go to the hospital, also adults. Tennessee reporting 16 new deaths on Tuesday. It was only 3 deaths statewide back a month ago on July 2nd. Knox County reporting 2 deaths just a couple days ago as well. Across the state, active cases up over 1,000 in one day. Knox County active cases going down a bit, but there was almost 100 new cases reported yesterday alone. And coming up tonight on WVLT News at 4, you're going to want to make sure you tune in. We've got our back to school special, all of our reporters, anchors, everyone coming together to put this together for you, getting you ready to go back to school. It doesn't matter if you're trying to save money, how COVID is impacting districts across the board, statements. Well, you'll hear from a lot of administrators across East Tennessee, the mayor, everyone in between, on what the plan is for this year. Really, day by day is what they're taking it, but we will get you the latest information. That's our special coming up on WVLT News at 4 as East Tennessee heads back to school. As always, make sure you have the WVLT News app, as well as you check out our website, WVLT.tv, with all the latest information. We'll have a lot more for you coming up on WVLT News at noon, but that full hour special, make sure you want to tune in for WVLT News at 4. We'll see you then.